Hello there guys, what is going on? Son of Chelsea back here again for another edition of Let's Talk Chelsea, where we take a look at some of the biggest news stories surrounding Chelsea in recent days. And of course I am still buzzing off of yesterday's victory over Wolves in the Premier League. I've watched back the highlights, I'm sure as many of you have, and it just is a real positive feeling, of course, at the moment with Chelsea. That feel-good factor that we've seen since Lampard has come in continues, and especially after a performance on a day like yesterday, it just makes you proud to be a Chelsea fan, especially seeing the young players doing so well at the moment. And really it's the chance to savour it up, because for a lot of us it is a dream come true. And hopefully it continues and gets better as the weeks go on into the season. But if you do want to hear my extended thoughts on that, my rational perspective I uploaded last night. So go and check that out. There'll be a card up here, and also the link will be in the description box below. So go and check it out, my extended thoughts. Give it a like, share it about, and yeah, so my thoughts on the game there. But moving on to today's video, let's talk Chelsea. Really, there is the major story is, of course, Callum Hudson-Odoi and that contract, which has rumbled on for months. I remember making a Let's Talk Chelsea in like mid-July, when it was leaked apparently that it was going to be 100 grand a week, and it seemed pretty close then, but it stalled and stalled and stalled, and it appears to be close and then not close. But apparently now, through Matt Law and several other sources, that there has been a breakthrough, and it appears that the contract announcement is imminent, and Callum Hudson-Odoi will be staying at Chelsea, a 5-year deal. It's going to be massive for Chelsea, and it really would round off months of really good business, securing the futures of Chelsea's brightest young stars, and securing the future of Chelsea, because, you know, you look at it, Ruben, Mason, and now Callum. We'll come on to Billy Gilmour as well. You know, that's another signature. Of course, more in the reins of the future, because of course Billy Gilmour is not at the same level of, say, Callum and Ruben and Mason. But really, it shows good business by Chelsea. You know, if you think back to January, where Callum looked out of the door and was going to Bayern, but Chelsea held firm, and then he broke into the team under Sarri. Unfortunately, got that horrible injury, which is set him back. But Chelsea once again have held firm with any interest from Bayern over the summer, and really this deal is gonna lay to rest any fears about him leaving in the future, or at least the near future. And this is a player I think has got an amazing future, hopefully, with Chelsea, and is going to be one of the stars of Chelsea, and is going to be coming into a team now where he isn't one of only like two academy graduates. He's going to be in among players who he knows, who he's played with, who are his mates. Him and Tammy have formed a good relationship already, and I'm sure like many of the other young players who he gets on with well. And he's going to be in an environment that is very supportive towards his development, and I think it's just going to be a really good place for Callum to be at the moment. And along with Reece, who came back in that under-23s game on Friday, both look sharp, both look ready. I think that that Grimsby game in the Cup, I think, is going to be the perfect time to integrate both of them in, and it's going to give them some time on the pitch before we break them into the first team. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's probably a perfect time for both of them. But this still excites a lot of Chelsea fans, and just a bit of relief when it finally does get announced, because it's rumbled on for so long, and you are worried about these contract talks, whether there's a falling out or Callum changes his mind, the player changes his mind. But Callum is going to stay at Chelsea, going to sign his future with Chelsea, with his boyhood club, and I think he's going to get chances, and hopefully fulfills that potential, which is still only potential, but I think we can already see the ceiling can be very high for Callum Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea, and this still only allows that opportunity to happen. So let me know your opinions on the deal. Hopefully it gets announced very soon, and tell me your excitement level on Callum Hudson-Odoi signing that contract with Chelsea. Though moving on from that, which I referred to already, was the contract that was announced with Billy Gilmour signing a 4-year deal. This comes off the back of him being added to the Champions League squad, his first senior appearance against Sheffield United in the league, and being named Premier League 2 Player of the Month for August. Not really surprising. Chelsea have secured the future of a lot of these players, and I'm sure, and I think I've already expressed this on here before, that I think he's going to get minutes under Frank, as he already has, whether that is in the League Cup, whether that is even, I think, in the Champions League or the Premier League. I think Gilmour has the faith of Lampard. Now, does this mean he becomes a first team, you know, a squad sort of player, or whether he goes out on loan to get more minutes under his belt? You know, we've seen Ethan Ampadu do that because of his age. and because of the current state of the squad. That may be something Gilmour does to further his development. I'm really positive with Billy Gilmour. I think he's got an exciting future, and I hope he gets more minutes. I hope we get to see more of him, and really just has a good year where he can benefit off playing with some great players, and benefit off of being under a manager like Frank, who's still growing, still learning, and yeah, I think it's positive all round. So let me know your opinions on the contract of Billy Gilmour in the comments below. So that is it for this edition of Let's Talk Chelsea. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell to never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter @SonOfChelsea, and I'll see you again.